Hey, what's up everyone, Ollie here. So I wanted to cover some of my favorite IKEA products that are perfect for like the home office or just generally around the home. Apologize if I do butcher some of these names because IKEA do not make it easy naming these products. But yeah, let's get straight into it. The Symphonisk picture frame speaker. So I've had these for years now actually, since release. I have them at home and at the office. They come in a sort of black color and a light gray color. I had the light grey colour here specifically, and it is pretty much a Sonos speaker that is built to look like a picture frame. It always surprises people when I tell them that it's a speaker, they just don't expect it whatsoever. The front cover can be taken off too and replaced with different artwork if you like. With it being a partnership with Sonos, it of course works with the Sonos app, so it will work like any other Sonos speaker. So you can have multiple picture frames around the home, all pumping out the same music. You can even set two of them up to be a stereo pair, so you can have left and right. But what's even cooler is that if you have a Sonos surround system at home and you have a Sonos soundbar or something like that, you can set two of them up to be rear sort of speakers as well, rear stereo speakers, which I think is awesome. Sound quality is surprisingly good. It's not going to beat a proper Sonos speaker, but it sounds better than you would think. And it can deliver a surprising amount of bass. I'm actually quite impressed the amount of bass that comes out of this thing. As a complementary speaker, it works and sounds great. There's also the Symphonisk speaker lamp, which is in the same lineup as the picture frame. But yeah, it does everything that the picture frame does, of course, but it's designed to look like a lamp instead. So you can put it on a bedside table, a desk, or a sideboard. I love seeing products like this, where you take sort of everyday things like a lamp or a picture frame and add tech to them. They blend in much better with the interior. The base of the speaker has a sort of fabric mesh material on it. It's actually quite light, it's not as heavy as you'd think. And then the lampshade that I've gone for is a sort of dark grey, and it just fits a normal ordinary bulb inside. I think it looks pretty awesome, looks quite minimal and quite stylish. Next up we have the R-Storm 40 watt USB charger. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a multi-device charger that has two USB-A ports and one USB-C port. It can output 40 watts in total, with the USB-C port outputting a max of 30 watts. It's not the most powerful charger out there, but it is pretty affordable. If you are looking for an alternative, I would recommend checking out Anker. I know Anker do 100 watt and two 120 watt, 120 watt chargers. Yeah, I feel like those are just more higher end, better for charging higher end devices like MacBooks and things. I'll leave links to them as well. IKEA also do charging cables. They do this USB-C to USB-C cable, and they have a bunch of other ones as well. And yeah, this cable is actually surprisingly really nice. It has a braided design which feels quite high end. The connectors as well are very well built, so you shouldn't have any issues with them fraying or sort of breaking or anything. Only thing is I wouldn't trust this to charge my MacBook because I don't think it's capable of 100 watts. I'm not going to try it because I don't want to fry my MacBook and I don't want to fry the cable. So again, if you're looking for something higher end, I would recommend checking out Anker's cables. I know they do some high end cables that can actually deliver 100 watts safely, so I'll leave links to those too. The Scadis Pegboard. So these IKEA Pegboards have become so popular. I keep seeing them pop up in sort of other creative videos and on Pinterest, but they are awesome. I've set one up in my office and it currently just holds sort of random stuff, mostly accessories and props for videos. They are great organization tools and can be customized to however you like. The one I always see come up is the charging station from Becky and Chris. It just looks awesome. The Lag Captain desk and legs with wheels. So this very desk here is that desk with wheels. And yeah, I use this desk a lot, mainly because obviously it's on wheels. Being able to move it around the office, being able to sort of use it multi-purpose in a way where I can use it for videos, I can use it for photos, you know, all sorts of other stuff. It's awesome. And it's also very affordable. But what surprised me is that this is actually more expensive in the US. In the UK, this desktop specifically is like £30, but in the US it's $90. So yeah, that's surprisingly quite a bit more expensive. And they don't do this dark grey colour. I think they do a black, but my favourite is this dark grey colour. Obviously it fits my aesthetic. Everything looks really nice in grey. And yeah, with the grey desk mat and stuff. These desktops, amazing. And the great thing is because they're quite cheap and affordable, they're quite easily replaceable as well if you do damage one or mark it up or whatever. And yeah, I have actually a few of them. I have one here and then I have a couple more upstairs still wrapped up so that when I do need to use them for photos, videos and stuff, I can use them. And like I said, I have it on wheels. So the casters that it's on, super easy to maneuver around the office, and they have a lock on them as well so that once you've set the position, you can lock them in place so it doesn't move around. Really awesome desk, would highly recommend. The Fixer electric screwdriver. So you're most likely going to need an electric screwdriver to put some of these items together. This might be one of the cutest little electric screwdrivers I've ever seen. It's so small. It comes with drill bits too, so it should cover you for most things. The Razcog trolley. So I absolutely love these trolleys. They're so darn useful. I have two of them in the office, and one of them is actually a setup that I use for cameras and stuff. I have a monitor on it. I use it as my sort of A-roll setup, you could say. And then I have another one which holds other camera gear, lenses and accessories and things like that. But of course, they can be multi-purpose. You don't actually necessarily have to use them for stuff like that. I've seen them being used in kitchens. I've seen them being used in sort of office spaces and stuff, just to hold accessories. And again, because they're on wheels, you can move them around wherever you like. They're just very flexible. They're also made from metal. They're built very well. I'm actually surprised at how well they're built. And again, because they're made from metal, you can sort of magnetically attach things to them. So I sometimes attach lights and chargers and other random things to them. Yeah, really, really useful. Would highly recommend. They can pretty much fit in any space. The Becant storage unit. So I bought one of these when I first moved into the studio, and it's been so useful. It's a smart looking unit that even comes with a smart lock. So when you leave the office, it actually automatically locks because of the smart lock. Really useful feature to have. You know, if you're sharing an office space and you have valuables, you can just put it in. So I have one right here actually off camera, but yeah, you can just put your valuables in there and it'll automatically lock when you leave. It's very well built, better than most other IKEA products. There's a large pull-out drawer where it even has a small metal tray for little accessories. Then there's a shelf above the drawer for quick access to things. You can even feed through a charging cable to charge your devices. There's also a hook included, so you can hang something like a pair of headphones. The organiser tray. So if you love organizing the inside of your drawers, these felt trays are fantastic. I have a ton of them everywhere around the office and at home. They fit practically anywhere and can even be stacked on top of each other as shown on IKEA's website. I'm always asked about them, so here you are. The Ranas TV media unit. So I actually use this very media unit at home and it is incredible. It's part of my living room setup. I have my Sonos soundbar and a few other accessories on it. It looks amazing and it doesn't even look like it's from IKEA. It feels very premium with the matte black finish, the metal legs and the tempered glass panels, the glass doors. Yeah, I was really impressed by this. It's not something that I expected to come from IKEA. It's something that I would expect from a higher end sort of furniture maker. Yeah, really awesome media unit. It's now become one of my favorite purchases from IKEA in a while, and it looks awesome in my media unit setup that I have at home. The Stencool / sort of ladder battery charger and batteries. So everyone needs batteries, of course, for random tech that they have around the home and at the office. IKEA have some very affordable ones here, and they have a super minimal design too. Always useful to have on hand. The Obi Grandstand desk lamp.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But yeah, if you're looking for a smart and stylish desk lamp, this is one I've come across completely by accident when I was in store. It's an LED lamp that can somewhat rotate. Unfortunately, there isn't much movement in it. It is quite limited. But what is cool is that it's dimmable and you can change the color temperature. Unfortunately, there isn't a dial to change the brightness and color. You have to cycle through it by hitting the touch sensitive button. It looks awesome though and should fit any desk setup. And then finally we have a floor lamp, which is also from the same lineup. This is a huge LED floor lamp. I was really surprised at how big it is. It's sort of meant to imitate a neon tube light. Only thing is you can't change the color. It only comes in one warm white color. It has 3 brightness settings which you can switch between by quickly turning the light on and off. It's very well built and incredibly heavy, much heavier than I expected. The base weighs like an absolute tank. However, if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, I would recommend going for one of the floor lamps that Govee do, because with the Govee floor lamps, you can change the color, you can change the brightness, you can sort of add smart functionality. This one is cool from IKEA, but I think for the price, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. I think you're just better off spending a little bit extra to get one of the smart lamps that other manufacturers do. I'll leave links to the Govee ones that I use. I'm actually using a Govee one right here. This is a Govee one. And yeah, it's awesome. It obviously looks great in videos. It can change colors. It can sort of even react to music and stuff. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's it. Those are some of my favorite IKEA products. If you have any recommendations, if there are any IKEA products that you use that would be perfect for sort of home office space or just the home in general that look really nice, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always interested in seeing other IKEA products. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.